Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is PJ or Team America, and this is my priest tutorial draft. Um, so I will be using some tools. I'll be using Hearth Arena as a draft plugin and HS Deck Tracker as to get some statistics. And if you want to know how the run goes, I'll have a link to the Twitch VOD in the description. So let's get started. Before I usually choose a class, I go to hsreplay.net. You go to the class win rates, you click on Arena, and you can see all of the class win rates. So we will be doing Priest. Move that over for now. So it is a very value-oriented meta. So cards like Draconic Studies are great because not only can you discover great value minions, but you can also bank the mana for a later turn. So you can play a card like Onyx Mage Scribe on turn 5 after you play Draconic Studies. And you can even stack it. So you have access to cards like Murazan and Skeletal Dragon. Draconic Studies is almost always a great choice. Shadow Madness, at 3 mana, it's like, it was good at 4 mana. At 3 mana, it's just insane. Also, just another hint, while using Hearth Arena, you'll notice the scores. The tier score is the base score, and then there's also the bigger score is also taking into account your curve and potential deck synergies. If the scores are within 15 or so, it's your choice. If they're like more than 20 apart, you generally want to go with the plugin. I like Ysera. Ysera is just more fun. So, than Shuma. And I like dragons. Troll Bat Rider is really good tempo and value. So, go with that. The Psych Split is it's gonna Holy Nova is the best card. But I think Psych Split is like a win condition. And there's Breath of the Infinite and Holy Nova. It's not super. Psych Split is more rare. So we can actually look at the win rates. So you can type in the card and then put in a comma. How do you spell Psych Split? So Psych Split actually has a higher deck win rate. So that and considering I was thinking of taking it even before, I would say Holy Nova is safer, but Psych Split, the decks that I have go 12 usually have Psych Split and Grave Runes. Just because, like, it's just so many stats, potentially, that it just wins games. And it's early enough in the draft that I can hope that we're going to get more AoE. I would say that's a more controversial pick, though. Evasive Worm's just better than these other cards. Chimera is okay. These cards are terrible. Thinking about Wave of Apathy here, but it might just be Traveling Healer. It's never Beaming Sidekick. So like you can think about Wave of Apathy and Shadow Madness synergy. The issue with that is that it's gonna be hard to find something to trade it into. Because all of the minions will have only one attack. So you have to like get the minion down to 1 and then steal it. But it's early, and I think it's a really good utility card. It gives you value trades. I'm gonna take it. Eccentric Scribe is just a really powerful card. The other the 3-drop was also okay there, but I really like the eccentric scribe. Like, you can sometimes get in a trap with priests where you take too much removal and you have no bodies. So also eccentric scribe is pretty solid with psych split. We can just use a body, I guess. Mind vision isn't that great. An Onyx Mage Scribe would be really, really good for this deck. Gift of Luminance is okay, but Crimson Hothead is probably just more solid. We don't have too much AoE, so Shadow Word Ruin probably good to help us get out of a tight spot. I'm leaning towards Homunculus. Wretched Tutor is kind of awkward with our deck so far. Smug Senior is insane. Like, you psych split it, it's pretty different. It's just so many stats that I would have to fight through. We get a Holy Nova. That was also part of the reason why I took Psych Split, is you're significantly more likely to get offered a Holy Nova. Going back, you can see the percent of decks that each is in. And the fact that Holy Nova is in almost 60% of decks and Psych Split's only in 20. You get offered Holy Nova a lot more. But it's important to know that those are not offer rates, those are pick rates. We do really need an early drop. So this is part of why I like Hearth Arena, is because I know I need a 2-drop. And I know this is good for the deck, but I see this epic, gigantic AoE clear, and I want it. But this is better for the deck. So it'll like catch you for making some bad decisions there. Dark Prophecy, yeah, good. Better than the other cards. We get another Holy Nova, which is pretty good. Dragon Maw Sentinel fits our deck pretty well, but Holy Nova is insane. I like Thought Steal here. If it's close to the Overseer, I'd probably still take the Thought Steal. Oh, it wasn't close. We need a 3-drop, but Smug Senior is so much value. And we don't have a ton of late game. This probably don't take another 6-drop. Between Death and Initiation, Death probably the safer pick. Initiation, it can be pretty cool though. But Death is more flexible. Brittlebone Destroyer is awesome. It's not as good in Priest. You have to look at it like a 6-drop in Priest. It's unfortunate. It's too bad we don't have any Apotheosises. Do we want another late game? I would never take Raging Morgan here. Okay, I'll take the Bone Chewer. Frazzled Freshman isn't very good. Burrowing Scorpion's almost an auto pick for me in literally every class. Two deaths is actually a lot in this meta. But I think it'll be pretty hard for this to get a hit. We do want some curve choices now. I might take the Fairy Dragon. I'm never taking the Living Monument. Way too slow. Yeah, so like one thing I like to do is like figure out what I think I want to do and then have the scores come in as like a second opinion. So if I think I want something and then the score comes out with it ahead of the other ones, I'll pick it pretty quickly. How many 2-drops are we at? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we could use another 2 drop. And we got like 1/1 drop. So you just want stuff to do on the first 2 turns. An average amount of the time. Do we have enough value generation? Probably. It's a little close. Like, we could use an Onyx Mage Scribe. But yeah, Cult Master is pretty awkward in Priest. Do we have big enough minions for Unsleep? We don't have any minions that are good for this. Like, there are minions like the Hench Clan. I can't even think. The 4/7, the 4-mana 4/7 is really good with Unsleeping Soul, and you can sometimes pick it. But we don't have any big minions that fit it. Like Bone Chewer Vanguard would be the best hit. Our curve is not in a great position. I don't think 3s are super important. We can use another 4 because we only have like 1 proactive. We have 2 proactive 4s. But Mana Saber might help out our curve as well. Psych Split's really good on Mana Saber. Yeah, we need a 4 drop. Our last pick. There we are. So after you finish drafting, her 3 will come up. It'll give you some. It'll tell you. Wow, wait. I went with her 3 for 28 of the 20. Or of the 30 picks. Okay. And it'll give you your deck archetype, give you some basic advice on how to use it, and your tier score. So if the tier score is just based on the base tier score of each card. For priest, you want it a little bit higher. I would say anything over 75 is good. Over 80 is generally insane, but it also is a sign that you took way too many late game cards. Sometimes, but yeah, our curve is pretty messed up. There's a lot more to a deck than card quality. So, I think it'll be a tough run. We'll have to manage our early turns very well. But, I mean, Priest can get by with weird curves. It's just a weird class. But, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will have a link to the VOD and all the tools I use in the description. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe. Give me feedback in the comments. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.